Okay, so this is what we're going to need today, and either a tan tile or a white tile, and hopefully you all have a brown and a black micron, a graphite pencil, and a tortillon, whatever kind you want to use. Okay? And I'm going to talk a little bit about Project Pack 10 and how that came about. This is Zentangle Starter Kit. And if you order that, you get the box. There's a DVD in it. There's a booklet explaining Zentangle. It came with cards and some pins and stuff. It came with the 20-sided die, the icosahedron, if I can say that right. And then these little pieces of paper. And this is, and if I can bring this up just right, the Zentangle Legend, okay? And it has the 20 tangles that they talk about in Project Pack 10. And the die is what you use to help select patterns if you can't figure out what you want to tangle. And I bought more of these for anyone who doesn't want to spend the money on Project Pack 10. If you just want to create your own little grids to do your own tangles, even if you only do the 20 basic tangles and you can't figure out what you want to do on a tile, it's fun to just roll the die and go with that. And I have been doing that for the last couple of days, and it was interesting when Maria recently put a tile in the Mosaic app. I want to read to you what she said. She said, I thought I might do a 3-tangle soup of some sort, taking some chances on a few pages. Even if you decide to let the icosahedron make your decisions, you still have an option. Like you're not convinced the tangle that the die gave you was right for the tile you're doing, but maybe the one right next to it was just the ticket. Or your hand was just a little shaky and the die rolled again, spontaneously. Seriously, that can happen. You just never know with Zentangle. And I thought this was so funny for her, you know, to say some of these things. Or the tangle chosen just won't fit in the space. You could gently nudge the die to direct you over to the tangle above the other when no one is watching you, that is. You just got to be a teeny tiny bit naughty sometimes to balance out all the wonderfulness in you. Nobody's perfect, like a Zentangle tile. Beautifully, amazingly, no mistakenly, artfully awesome. So don't fret over what the die may decide. There's always a plan B, or more accurately, plan Z.
He has a wonderful way with words.
Yes. So we are going, hey, I think I'll use my purple die. We're going to use the die today to decide what we're going to do on the pattern that we're going to work. So I'm going to use a tan tile. Oh, and I wanted to show you too, one of the things that they talk about in there is fragments. And I think probably most of you guys have looked at the primer book when we were in class with Victoria, but these are the fragments that are also used in that. Dorothy, have you looked at any of the videos?
I did yes, I did the basic ones where she went through those 15 or 20.
Right, okay.
I did those, yeah.
And then there's the triangular.
It's almost infinite, the possibilities once you start bringing in the reticula and fragments. It's amazing.
I accidentally put a mark across my tile, and yes, I do have the eraser. We allow erasers, by the way, Beth.
I don't blame you a bit.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with this. Zoom in. And since we have had so much rain and cloudy days, I thought that we would make the sun with some rays. So on your tile, I just want you to make a little circle, quarter circle in the corner of your tile. Okay, and this is your string, and then we're going to make two straight lines, and give yourself some room to work in there, because we're going to use one of these border tangles in each of our rays of sunshine. Okay, so we're going to put one here. And then I want to put a second one on this side. And a third one on this side. And then I'm going to start with my black pen. And we're going to fill this one in. We're not going to roll the die on this one, though. This one we are going to fill with, and I've forgotten the name of it, Hurry. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my line. And then I'm going to aura it just slightly inside of it. And then right down the middle, I'm going to put just a straight line. And then I'm going to put another line right across it. Okay. And now I'm going to switch to my brown pen. And Hurry is just a really simple pattern. You're just going to aura inside. Is that focus for you guys? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes.
And then we're just going to continue to add that aura. Try to space them about the same. Turning your tile each time so that you don't have to keep moving your hand. Okay, and we're going to do that in each one of those areas. Hopefully the lawnmower in the background isn't too loud. Can you guys hear that?
Nope.
Good.
Actually, now I can, but very, very faintly, and only
Okay.
because you mentioned it.
Yeah, that's the funny thing about watching all these ladies who are teaching classes from home. You hear all kinds of stuff in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna lock the room. Find it. So the lady that I met on Instagram that asked me if I was teaching classes ended up in the hospital, so
Oh,
she couldn't make it. Not with COVID though, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And I think I told all you guys that Loretta's mother passed away this past week.
yeah. Such
Yeah.
a shame.
Loretta had gone on vacation. Her mother had dementia and Loretta was her primary caregiver. And her sisters lived close by, so they were there to take care of the mom while Loretta went on vacation, but she went downhill real fast. But she got back just before she passed away.
Mm.
I really enjoy tangles like this that don't take a lot of thought.
Right.
It's mindful and it helps me to relax.
While we're waiting, I was just going to say that we have some American Indian pottery, and I was just noticing how many of their designs look like Zentangle. And so far, this sun looks like an American Indian design.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Maria and Rick go around the world and look at pottery and tapestries and things from different cultures,
Oh,
and they're amazed at how many times they see the same things. There's a lot of Celtic knotwork in Native American work and also in ancient Chinese work. So it's startling how many similarities when we come down to it, and it's fun to pull the Zentangle patterns out of those and say, okay, here's a simple way of doing something that reminds us.
yeah.
Right, right. Okay, I'm gonna take this center line and I'm using my black pen now. Okay. And we can go ahead and just outline all of these rays of our sunshine. and then add just a narrow aura outside of each one of those. Okay, so we're going to use one of these borders in each one of those. And here goes the roll of the dice. Oh, it went off. Number one. And number one is mirror. Okay, and the basic tangle for mirror actually has a line and a line, and then these are filled with circles, perfs. We're not going to do that part, but the center is simply just a curvy line, and then a line, aura that goes this way, and auras that go this way, all the way down. So we're going to fill this one. You can use whichever pen you want. I think I'm going to put my line down the center in black, and then do one part black and one part brown. This is a fun time to just mix the colors. So I'm going to go down the center and just make a curvy line. And I'm going to touch each one of those borders. Okay. And I'm going to darken mine just a little bit. Redefine it. And then your lines, the easiest way for me to start is to find one of these, and then just right next to it, just kind of aura it and come straight down. And then you just continue to aura those lines. Keep them at about the same width, like I did not do right there.
There are no mistakes.
No mistakes. So I'm going to do this one also and just keep going in this direction. I was recently talking to one of my favorite teachers. She is in Wales in the UK, and telling her my normal comparanoia story. And I used to think that the word comparanoia was something that was made up by Zentangle, Zentangle CZTs, and it's not. She said, no, go look it up. So I did, and I found a talk on TED. I don't know if any of you have ever listened to TED Talks.
No.
But it was by David D. Giorgio. And he gives a talk about comparanoia. And he's the one that coined the phrase. And basically, the definition is a desire to be like or unlike someone else. I thought that was very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to turn my tile so that I'm making basically the same strokes, but in this direction. And I have switched mine to the brown pen.
I had a class with Joanna this morning from 9 to 11.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, the lady in Wales that she's talking about.
So what was your class?
It was coffered ceilings.
Oh, okay.
Vaulted ceilings, where you essentially where you create sort of a framework for your tangling.
Right. Yeah, that's very pretty. There are so many classes available. I can't afford to take them all.
I know it drives me crazy when I have to choose, but I, do my best. But it's worth it. I mean, it's amazing the intellectual capital that's out there in Zentangle alone.
Right.
There's so many people who have so many creative and interesting ways of looking at it, as well as the basic just day in day out stuff. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My husband told me this weekend that he was very jealous that my primary interest was available to me in such quantities on the internet.
All right. Okay. That's the first time I've tried it in 2 colors.
It looks nice.
Thanks. And your lines don't have to be as close together as mine. I have done some very tiny detailed work that would make some people crazy. All right, everybody ready for the next row?
Ready.
There we go. Let's zoom out a little bit. Drum roll.
17.
17. Ooh. And that one is well. I can show you a little bit closer. And well, I've seen done many different ways. It's a grid. You could also say it's a fragment. But there's a circle in the center. And then, let's zoom in again. Okay, this one's kind of big, but we're going to go smaller. You basically come in and go around. So we're making like the number 6, coming in from each corner. Okay. And then you come from that corner again, kind of like the little rice kernel, and make a little petal. And that as well. Okay, very easy to do. Now the one that I did in the book, I also added some little auras. You can do that if you want, or leave it plain. And I'm going to start with my black pen, and I'm going to put mine in this one. So we just need to make some square boxes to start. And then inside each one of those, you're going to put a circle in the middle. And then start your little stitches. So since this project pack came out and they've been doing such crazy tangles, I have been doing a little thing called what if, you know, what if I do this and what if I do that? And it's really come up with some odd
But fun.
tangulations. That's
But
how they
fun.
came. What did you say?
But fun.
Yes, it is
Odd
fun.
but fun. Yeah.
And, you know, that's how tangulations come about. There's a website out there, I think it's Margaret Bremner, where she has patterns, and Victoria gave out copies. The lady gave her permission to copy them, and she'll have like paradox and then some, Huggins and then some, and she's the queen of tangulations. And what if we are each one of these, similar to what I did with the brown pen.
Ah.
So I'm going to take each one of these petals, And let's add a few R's. Do you guys still have some brown tiles?
Yes, I
Yes.
do.
I do too.
This tile that I'm working on is Stonehenge paper that I ordered from Dick Blick. And it comes in sheets of 22 by 30. And then I cut my own tiles. And it is
Do you
a
have
lot
one of
cheaper.
the Cricut kind of cutting machines, or do you do it by hand?
Well, I do have a Cricut, yes. But for this, for those 22 by 30 sheets, I fold it into a manageable size and cut it with a butcher knife.
Oh, wow.
And then I have a paper cutter, a good size
Yeah.
guillotine paper cutter,
Yeah.
and I cut it that way. And it is a fraction of the price of ordering from Zentangle.
Yeah, from Dick Blick, I ordered the Fabriano paper, the Tupelo,
Mhm.
which is exactly what the Zentangle tiles are made from.
Right. I've done that too.
And it's very inexpensive. Plus, it's kind of nice because if you want to have a larger than 3.5-inch square, you can make it and play with that.
Yeah, I have cut some to 6-inch.
Mm-hmm. I have a workshop this Thursday with Heidi Kay. Are you familiar with her?
Yes.
And we're using a 7-inch triangle, equilateral triangle with 7-inch sides.
Oh, wow.
Well, sort of, you're looking at it symbolically. We've got water and we've got plants.
All right. Look at the sun. Water and plants. Okay, so
That's
so far,
great.
we have used hurry. That was the sun. And we used mirror. And the last one was well. Okay. Time for another roll. Off the table. 8. Ooh. You see what
Oh
8
my.
is? That's ing. And that one looks tough, but it's not. So let me show you how ing works.
How do you spell that?
ING.
It's ING. Okay. And ing is basically a zigzag. And then you go to this first point and just make a line that goes down to the middle. Go to your next point, make a line that comes down. I'm going to bring this one over. Make a line that comes down about to the middle. And then you flip your tile and you do the same thing on this side. Down to the middle, go to this point, come down to the middle. And then you flip and do it again. Oh, from this side. Okay. Down to the center. Down to the center. And then flip again. and do the same thing. So just follow along with me on this one. Thankfully, it's short. And we're just going to make a zigzag in here. Okay. Look. So go to your first point and bring that down to the center. Go to your next point and bring it down to the center. Okay. Flip your tile. And let's just pretend that we had a zigzag that went that way. So that one is going to have something that comes down about like that. And then bring that one down about to the middle. And same thing here. And then let's flip your tile. Let's bring that corner down. Bring that corner down. Okay. And then flip again. Bring that one down. And that one down. You just end up with a whole bunch of triangles. It's a lot easier to see when it's not inside a border, but that's how we come out with it. Everybody do okay on that?
I think so.
Okay. All right. So in this area, I wanted to show you one that was taught in the videos, and that's floors. Now, floors is normally just a grid, okay? And then in each one of those, you put a little X or a box.
Diamond.
Okay, so basically that's floors. We're going to do crazy floors, where instead of having just a simple grid, we are going to make an odd grid on this. I'm going to go ahead and show you what mine looks like here, especially Linda, since you're about to go, that I just basically went all over. And then after putting in the little squares, then we're going to add an aura inside each one. So you don't have to worry about straight lines. You don't have to worry about how your grid works. I'm going to do mine in black. Probably good. Kind of like Crazy in Zeppel. Have you done Crazy in Zeppel? It's just an odd grid where you don't have to worry about how it looks. think my pen is running out. I think we'll do one more here. There. And then the same thing on your sides. We're gonna have to figure out something to do with ing so that it shows up better.
Could you put
Okay.
brown around like the edges where, you know what I'm saying? Like where it's not really drawn, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know.
Yeah, like in here. Yeah,
Either fill in the background or draw thin lines in the triangles or, yeah.
yeah. Like so. Yeah, that's a good idea. You might end up having to go in and redefine the line. Like I said, just think, what if I do this? What if I add that? How would it turn out? Yeah, you're right. Perfect. And you know what I love about watching Maria in those Project Pack videos is she does not do perfect. And that
Nope.
just thrills me no end.
Yep. She draws it and then she adjusts it and she adjusts it a little more and she keeps going back and adding a little line weight or scooching it that way. And
Exactly. She's the queen of what if? What if I do this? And what if I do that? Oh,
she's
yeah.
the queen of make it work.
That's right. Now you can really see ing. Okay. So Linda, I'm going to show you real quick in case you want to do this. You're going to make your little squares, your corners. They're not going to be perfect boxes anymore, and it doesn't matter. We don't do perfect. You can even round it a little bit if you want. Oh, I missed one. And then inside of those, I'm going to use my brown pen and add an aura. And this is one that Julie did in one of the videos. And I just loved it. She's got a new baby.
Yep.
Julie is a neighbor of Rick and Maria that they have known since she was a child. Of course, if you watch the video, she'll talk about it even more, but
She said that in the video, she says that when she was 8 years old, Rick and Maria came over to their house and said, how many of the kids will sit still for a class? We want to teach a class. And she and her brothers and sisters and some cousins and some other neighborhood kids were the first people to ever be taught Zentangle.
yep.
Hmm.
And then she ended up working for them years later.
20 years later.
She's such a sweetie.
I guess you met all of them, didn't you, Barbara, when you were taking your
Yep.
class?
Yes.
They're all there. It's a very small group of people who operate as a family,
Yeah.
even though they're not all family.
That was one of the things that when I was going to Sandy Kelly Jones' home to take, she had just a small group of people who would get together and do Zentangle. And I told her, well, I don't know if I want to go be as CZT or not. And Sandy had already been 3 times. And she says, I do it as a gift to myself. And I went, wow, I want that kind of gift. I'm worth it.
That's essentially what I did. I wasn't sure if I would teach or anything, but I knew that it would feed my spirit, and my spirit's been needing some food.
Oh, right. I wanted to meet Rick and Maria,
Uh-huh.
and it was well worth it. And the seminar that Beth and I went to was the last seminar that they had before COVID.
Yep.
Wow.
Hmm.
There's supposed to be one in November, but I don't know if it's going to happen. If we
Somehow
can't
I
get-
doubt it.
If we can't get our act together here in the US, then probably not.
We're too stubborn.
Yeah. Oh, I'm off the screen. I have a new favorite tangle. I just love how this floors looks. It's kind of a combination of floors and
And
Zentangle.
in Zeppel, yeah.
And I want to show you real quick before you go, Linda. This is what
Wow.
I initially was going to
Oh,
teach you guys
wow.
today, but
Oh,
this is a fragment that is, let me find it in here. Okay, so this fragment right here
Yeah.
is what I put in these boxes.
Oh, wow.
So I flipped it, flipped
Mirrored
it
it left and right, yeah.
around. And then when I was done, I said, well, what if I put the brown in there. And I just loved how that turned out.
Yeah,
This
I
is one that Maria taught, but I changed the colors. This one is just flux. And then I thought, well, what if I aura it and then put the brown lines? And then this one is betweed, which
Oh, it's beautiful.
thank you. That was one of those. Well, I wonder what if I did this or that. Okay, so it started with this. So just that betweed braid that I love doing. And then I thought, well, what if I add brown lines with some weighting at the top? Oh, wow. It came out really nice.
And what if you did it in groupings of 3? That was, I think, a key moment too.
Right. And then this is just a simple, this one's called patina. I'm not sure if I've shown you guys that one or not, but it's
Which
just
one?
a very simple grid.
Oh.
Anyway, this was my what if. What if I did this? Oh, that's didn't work. You didn't
That's
see
the
that.
other great thing about cutting your own paper is you've got 2 sides.
Yeah, this is just cardstock. And I was trying, this pattern is called Feeling Naughty. And you can look it up. Feeling Naughty. And I may still teach that one to you guys. It's not hard to do. But I didn't like how this one turned out. See, this has been test. So I flipped it over and tried something else, but this one was fun. And the colors don't show up as well on white as it does on the brown paper.
So
But I have been having fun this week.
what did you start out with as a shape on your what if?
On this,
Uh-huh.
the Feeling Naughty is, it's just a square. It starts with a square. Tell you what, where's my paper?
No, I meant the whole design. How did you start out with a shape?
The loops together is
this
the
one?
naughty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
it's really not hard,
Yeah.
she said. It's just a square. And then you add your little half moons. And I'm not getting my spacing right because I'm going fast. And now I need to think. Okay. So I'm going to come to this point and start here and make the little loop and then close that loop. And then now I'm going to come over to this point. Close that loop.
Cool.
Come to that point. Close that loop. And then do the same thing here. So if I'm
That is really cool, Barbara.
Cool. I like that.
and then close that loop.
Very, very nice.
Was I only even on camera? I wasn't watching.
No, you did a great job. That was fabulous.
Oh, thanks.
Well, I'm going to have to take off. I've really enjoyed this.
All right, Linda, what? It is being recorded.
Okay.
Yeah, it says it's still being recorded. And
Okay.
so you can see the end, but basically we're done, except that if we have enough time, looks like we will. Maria did this in one of the last videos.
Yeah.
She made this little string go in and out of our hurry. And then I had it go under and under and over and under.
I like that.
Oh, that's
Nice.
just fun.
Mhm.
Under. Let's hope we don't lose power.
Okay, it's raining out there, so I better go take off.
Yeah. All right, Linda. Bye.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye.
You too.
My daughter's birthday was this past weekend, and she took 4 days off so that they could do something as a family, and it rained
Mm.
Oh.
every day except yesterday. They finally got to go to the beach, and she said that it was the first time she had ever found beautiful seashells in Galveston.
Oh, wow.
She
I guess
said-
it's because Hannah washed it ashore.
Yeah, that's what she said. Hannah must have washed a lot of stuff in, and she found some beautiful stuff. You know, one thing I told Joanna is I don't talk the whole time like most of these CZTs do. I forget. I get busy doing the tangles.
Everybody's got their own way of doing things.
Yeah.
Sometimes I find the pattern that they have distracting, and other times it contributes. You know, it's you can talk while the tangling is happening, and sometimes draw away from it. So
Right.
you.
I'm going to put a little bit of color inside of well here, just to make these stand out a little bit more. And
I don't hear that here, but then I guess you're about 15 miles away.
yeah. Yeah, we are almost exactly halfway between Houston and Galveston.
Ah, you're a little further away than I thought then. Yeah, we are right at the University of Houston.
Oh, okay. Okay, this pen's about to go in the trash. Come on, just one little bit more. I think on ing, I'm going to redefine that first line. And I think that's one thing Maria talks about quite often is redefine the line if you
Yeah.
want it.
Give it love. That's
Give
what she
it
says.
love.
Give it some love.
Give it some love. And then I'm going to add a little bit of shading on just like the top side of each of these. I think on mirror, I'm going to add some shading down that main line on the black side. Let's soften that. And then I'm going to add shading down the inside of that first line. Oops. No, oops. And then on the bales, I'm going to do the same thing, just on that first
Floors?
line.
Oh, sorry, the
Well,
the well.
well, thank you. Kind of looks like bales.
It does.
We want our little rays of sunshine to stand out. And on ing. May not show up as much on top of that brown. Yeah, helps. I think I'm going to add Big Thunder in between these rays. I'm going to add some shading. You can go in like on Zentangle and put some shading inside of each of these, but I think I'm just going to leave it this time. That's what I did on this one, but it just kind of made it dark. I think I like it a little bit more bright. Got to find another brown pen. Mine ran out. Dark brown. There. Okay. I want to show you one thing that you can do on Hurry to make a little bit different is add a little bit of weighting up here in each of these corners. Just round it off
Nice.
a tiny bit. Add some drama. Ooh, lightning. Not a good time to have to be bringing the kids over. Ooh, comes again.
Barbara, I don't know what it looks like at your house, but at my house, it looks like nighttime.
Yeah, it's pretty dark out there. Where are you at?
They're like,
Oh, okay.
because it's funny, I hear the thunder here and then I'll hear it there.
Okay.
Because we're not that far away.
No, we're not. Are you guys interested in doing the little rope? Or that
Yes.
added string?
Yes.
Okay. I'm just going to find a spot where I want it to start.
Nibbler.
I think I'll come from this direction. And then,
You're doing it with the black?
yes, with black. And then I'm just going to double that up and fill it in. Okay. And then decide how far you want it to go under. So kind of like hollow ball, I'm going to have mine come out over here. And go under these. So let's see. I think I'll have it come out here and make a loop. And you don't have to follow me exactly, but this is the direction I'm going to go. And I think I'll have it sneak out right here. So it's going like this. I'm gonna have mine go under this little part and then over this whole thing. And again, this is where Maria goes, well, what if I do this? And what? Go under this one. Yeah, I think I'll go over this one. Go under this. Out. Over. Out this way. You could actually put as many of these strings, these wild strings, as you wanted to. And just like with Hollabaugh, we're going to add a little bit of shading where it goes over and under. So it's going under here. I'm going to add a little bit of shading. Comes out. Where it goes over, I'm going to add a little bit of shading on each side. I think it's in day 9 that Maria does this.
Ah,
If you want to watch the pro do it.
I haven't gotten there yet. Well, I'm one up on Maria when I get there. I've seen a pro do it already. Nifty.
One thing that Maria did was when she was going under these lines here, was she just very softly added a little bit more shading on the sides to make it look like it lifted up the paper. You see that? So she added a little bit right here.
It's those little touches like that that we have to learn, and every now and again you get another one of them and you think, ooh, how can I use this? I hope I can use this some elsewhere, you know?
All right. That's cool. Did I give you all the tiles in? That one. Well, the last one we did was crazy. Floors. So those are the patterns that we used. I have changed my chop lately. It's fun to do something different.
What is it now? Oh, lovely.
And I will send everybody an email with what I'm thinking about putting into a pack, along with the icosahedron. If you're interested, I'll put together some, a way for you to do borders and pictures of what I've already done, so that you can either do your own, let's see, so you can use these with your dice. I know Kathy and Beth, you've already got them. This was my favorite thing.
Yeah.
This was just fun. And then I played around with them.
You're in my notebook now.
Oh, thank you. Oh, cool.
All the patterns and.
All right. When you guys take a picture of your tile, go ahead and just send it in a reply to all for the meeting invitation. That way everybody just gets it. I had been putting together like an email and stuff, but with the kids coming, I'm not sure how much time I'll have to do that this time. Let me see real quick. Where's my stuff? I don't have it. Okay, I can't find what I was looking for. But
Ooh.
one of the things that I was thinking about putting into the pack, if you want to buy one, I don't have to tell you how much it would cost, is this is a 6x6 that I have watercolored, and I'm just loving to do watercolors. So I'll include a watercolor that we can do some transcending on, and either on something this big or on a hexagon. I'm still trying to put the ideas together. I was trying to find my Zen buttons. Not the Zen buttons. Where did it go? I have some wooden buttons somewhere, but there's something that they call, oh, here we go. These are little flat wooden buttons. And then you make a tile and put the little wooden button down in the center of it, and you make a reset button. And tangle all around it. It's just the cutest thing. And then when you're stressed, you
Press
just hold
here.
the tile with a button and take deep breaths. It's really cute. So little things like that. I have some really cute ideas that I want to put together. And oh, the other was found poetry. Before our classes got canceled at College of the Mainland, I had bought several books that we were going to pull the pages out and do found poetry. And we didn't get a chance to do that either.
Oh, that's a great
So
idea.
I will send all you guys a list, and then let me know if you're interested or not. Well,
Well, thank you so much for letting me come to your class today. This has been wonderful.
Well, you're welcome. I'll let you know when we're having another class. Generally, it's $10 a class, but this one was free because I was supposed to have Beth here and Joanne, but she wasn't able to make it because she's in the hospital, but maybe she can make it next time. This was fun.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I will see you guys next time.
All right.
All right, stay
Bye.
safe.
You too.
All right, bye.